You are tuned into Kids.
In the pit.
Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today we're doing a collaboration episode with the host of the Hardcore Conversation, Anthony Begnal.
Hey.
So this will be available on both his channel and mine. So let's get into it. Do you have an intro you need to read as well?
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'll just say that I'm here talking to Gabe from World of Chaos and the Kids in the Pit podcast also, man. It's good to talk to you. Um, so you played a couple of shows like in the last 2 nights, right?
Yeah. So I played a show last night and then a night before that, both for World of Chaos. I played drums and sung that last one because our drummer had like a beach trip or something. He decided to go to that instead of the show, so whatever. That was in DC. Then the night before that, me and him played as a two piece in Philly, at like some college house venue. It was cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like it. That's the spirit, man. You got to just keep going and do whatever it takes, even if somebody else isn't going to show up. You don't
Yeah,
cancel. Unless you're in the hospital, you don't cancel.
and it's like a
Um,
really really good show too. So,
yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, what was it?
so it's at like a really cool venue called the Pie Shop in Washington D.C.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, decently known bands play there. Like, it's pretty legendary. I mean,
His cat's
all.
getting in the way here, so he wants to say hello before he has to go.
Does she wanna get her? Yeah.
All
She wants
right.
to say hello also.
Oh, hey. Nice. Hi, kitty. Dueling kitties. I like it.
She's gonna smash you. But anyway.
Cool. All right. So you played in DC, a place called the Pie Shop, you said?
Yeah, it was great. They sell pie. It's some of the best pie I've ever had.
Nice.
Um,
Wow,
they
that's
have
cool.
savory pie, sweet pie, and it was a delicious.
Nice. That sounds pretty cool, man. Are you into any like old school DC hardcore, like Minor Threat and stuff like that?
Yeah, I love Minor Threat. I got to meet Ian McKay because my dad's band played in Arlington, Virginia, which is like where Ian McKay lives.
Hmm.
And we wanted to go like take a picture in front of the porch, and he just came out and like started talking to us, and then I wasn't there yet, but he gave my dad's band a tour of the whole house, and I'm
Oh man.
like so jealous I didn't get to go in. But
Yeah.
then right across the street we went to Discord, like factory, I guess you could say. It's just where they like ship everything out of.
Okay. Yeah.
And he gave me a tour of that, and that was really cool.
Nice. That's really awesome, man. It's so cool that he's still cool like that. Like, I remember back in the day in the 80s, he would always be at all the shows and like in DC, I would go to hardcore shows when I was about your age. And he was always there and would hang out. And like, my brother once needed a place to stay and he told him, just find me at the show. And he was seeing Black Flag at the 930 Club. And he
Wow.
called up the Discord house and Ian was just like, find me and you can stay at my house, which was pretty awesome, actually. But so okay, how long you been doing this podcast for?
I think yeah, 4 years. I've had it every come out. An episode has came out every Sunday since I was 10. This is episode 212.
Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. I was doing written interviews on noecho.net. I don't know if you ever checked out that website, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
I have a interview on there.
oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, Carlos is a good guy. I don't know if that's who you did the interview
Yeah.
with, but he's cool.
No, doing Matt. It was Matt.
Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Matt, was it Horowitz? I
Matt
know him
Green.
too.
Matt Green.
Okay, I don't
Matt
know him, but
Green.
I'm sure he's cool too. But yeah, that's a good site. I still do some written interviews there. I just decided to switch over to YouTube actually back in May. So this channel's still pretty new. I have like 16 videos up or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But so yeah, you have a hardcore slash crossover band called World of Chaos. That's what we've been talking about here, obviously.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, that's
can you tell me about how you got into old school hardcore and thrash metal and stuff like that?
I mean, Uh, the hardcore side was my parents, and then I discovered. I mean, my parents are like into DRI and stuff like that, but
Mm,
I discovered a lot of like other metal bands, like thrash metal and death metal bands. I got all like me and my mom into Municipal Waste. I don't remember how I discovered them, but I did.
okay, that's cool. So it's just kind of been in your blood, kind of your whole life then.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. What about playing guitar? How'd you get into that?
I mean, let's see. I mean, I was 10. I was really into like Bad Religion and Hot Water Music, and my great uncle, right? Yeah, great uncle for my 10th birthday, not 11th, right? 10th birthday gave me two guitars that like he had this red electric guitar and this red acoustic guitar, and yeah, I'd learned like I play that thing so much. Um
Nice.
how I learned.
So you did you self-teach yourself or did you take lessons?
Basically self-taught, but there was like 20-year-old that was my mom's friend's son. And he taught me like some stuff he knew. So I mean I
Mm,
kind of had lessons like a little bit.
yeah, it helps to have somebody show you some basics like power chords and some scales, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Taught
that's
me some
cool.
riffs.
I remember when I learned power chords, that opens up the entire world. I was like
I
learning
know.
folk chords, like open chords from a book, an old chord book that my mother had from like the 1950s or something. And I was like, this doesn't sound like metal or punk or hardcore to me, you know what I mean? And then somebody showed me power chords, and it's like, you know. Um, if push came to shove, would you consider World of Chaos more hardcore or thrash or just both or what?
Definitely thrash. That's the primary. I mean, the actual genre would be crossover thrash. So it's like just thrash mixed with hardcore and punk and really everything like that.
Okay. So you've mentioned DRI, and I can definitely hear that. I was listening to you guys on Spotify for the last few days. Did you ever get into like the COC Animosity album?
No, I don't think I know that.
I would recommend that Corrosion of Conformity. When DRI put out Dealing with It on Metal Blade Death Records, COC at the same time had a record called Animosity that I would recommend that you check out as soon as possible. That's a good one, man. It doesn't
Check it
sound
out.
like if you've heard COC, it doesn't sound like any of their other stuff that you've probably heard.
Like I might have heard like a song. I mean, I know the name, but like I've never really listened. Like I've never done a deep dive on them.
Okay. Yeah, they were like along with DRI, they were one of the first hardcore bands that started doing like crossover kind of stuff like that. Like actually Slayer, they played with Slayer and Slayer got them on Metal Blade. So, but yeah, I'd recommend it if you get a chance. Um,
Yeah.
So who are some of your favorite guitar players, like inspirations?
Um, the Chris Cresswell from Municipal Waste. I mean, I don't know why I said Municipal Waste. I was gonna say the guitars from Municipal Waste too. Chris Cresswell from Hot Water Music. Um, what's the guitarist from Municipal Waste? What's his name? It's not Phil. Ryan. Uh, oh, I was thinking of another one. What's the one that does vocals too? What's his name? I don't know. I can't think of the Municipal Waste guitarist's name. How about Spike? Yeah, Spike Cassidy from DRI, Brian
Uh,
Baker from Bad.
and Minor
Um,
Threat.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, he played bass in Minor Threat, right?
Well, he did, but on Out of Step record. Well, actually, they had yeah, he played guitar with Lyle on the Out of Step record. They were
Okay,
a five
okay.
piece at that point, but he started off, yeah, the classic four piece Minor Threat. He played bass. You're right, and Dag Nasty, of course, too. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my band opened for DRI last year. That was insane. Like
Oh,
speaking of
cool.
Spike, he got us on the Frederick, Maryland show, and then he had to go to like he had to go to surgery to get like kidney stones removed, I guess.
Oh, geez.
Um, yeah, so he couldn't play the show, and like they needed to fill in. So I was like, I'll do it, and I played like 7 songs with them. And the next night, They asked me again because he was still in the hospital, and then by the next show, he was out of the hospital.
Oh man, that sucks for him, obviously, but that's so cool, man. That's awesome. How'd
It
that
was
feel
awesome.
doing that? Were you nervous?
Insane. I mean, no, I was just
I
complete.
was so nervous.
I was just like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like it was euphoric. Is that the right word?
Hmm.
I don't know. It was just a dream.
Yeah. And you like obviously you just already knew all the songs and stuff. That's
I mean, pretty much. I had to like, so I knew probably 4 or 5 songs really good, and I
uh
knew like 10, like not 10, like another five decent. So I had to like learn those through. Then I had to learn like some for the Philly show. I had to learn like some more that I didn't even know on guitar at all because they play like 40 songs and
yeah.
it's
We'll send a video.
yeah. We'll send videos.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I actually remember when that I saw that. Yeah, send them. But I remember when that happened because I'm friends with your mom there on Facebook, and it was in my feed. That was pretty awesome. And like, so you actually played the whole set, or did they have another guy do some of the songs? Or I guess if they do
Okay,
40 songs, they probably had somebody else then, right?
so the first night it was only like a 30-minute set. It was mostly me and then the guitarist of the band Paralysis, which they were on tour with, did
Uh,
like 4 songs, and then um one of the other opening bands, their guitarist played like a song.
mm, that's cool. Were you able to communicate with Spike in the hospital while this was going down, or?
Yeah, he saw like a bunch of videos and he like I was like adding like dive bombs and stuff and he thought it was really cool. Um
Nice.
in the at the Philly show, I did most of the set, but the Paralysis guitarist, so they have two guitarists, one's a singer and guitarist, but
Mm,
he played the one that doesn't sing played the Philly night and he stayed up like all night learning all the songs.
mm.
And we should have coordinated this better, but like we were both like saying, "Oh yeah, we'll learn the whole set list." We both got halfway through, and we both started at the start of the set, so we both only knew the same half, you
Oh
know.
man.
Yeah, he played like um 3 songs, and I did like 10 maybe.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's awesome,
Just
man.
played.
Do you still like do you stay in touch with those guys?
Yeah, yeah, we are good friends with them. There,
Cool. Yeah.
I
Um,
had Kurt on like a, a couple months ago, six
oh,
months
okay.
ago.
Nice. That's cool, man. So what kind of gear do you use? Like what kind of guitar do you play?
So for World of Chaos, I use um, I can't remember the name. It's like a $400 Jackson V. It has a Floyd Rose on it.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then so usually, I have for like touring and stuff. It's really easy to travel with. I have like a Seymour Duncan Power Stage. I think it's the 500 or something. I don't know the numbers after it. But that's just a power amp, and then I have a Hades Gamma distortion pedal, and then
Mm.
I just a tuner and like a chorus.
Oh, okay.
But recently, uh, so I'm not recently. I just got a new head,
Oh, nice.
EVA 5150. I dropped like all my money on it,
Yeah.
um, $700, but it's worth it
Actually,
for
700 bucks is not that's cheap, man. Those go for more than that a lot of the
those.
time.
One of those, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the EVH 5150 Iconic EL6, I believe, and I'm gonna start using that live. It just sounds so much better.
Those are awesome, man. I know, like our first two albums we recorded at the studio in Queens, New York, and they had a 5150 there. And I have a Marshall and an Orange head. And I remember I walked in there the first time, and the engineer guy was like, "You can plug into the 5150." At first, I was like, "Yeah, no, I got it, man." And then I just was like, "I'll plug in just to see." And I was like, "Holy crap! It's so awesome. I love those amps, man. So
And
cool."
they got like if you don't like the one distortion channel, you can just use the other one,
Hmm.
because they have the red. I personally use the green, but like they're both really good.
Hmm. So how did you go about finding your bandmates for World of Chaos?
Um, so the drummer I've known like all my life, basically like a photo of us when I was like one and he was three.
Oh wow.
Um, and we were like he was like at my house one day and we played this like video game called Geometry Dash. And yeah, it's like a platforming game and you have to like jump over obstacles and stuff and you're like this cube and there's music in the background.
Mhm.
Um, and we would like try to like duet them on piano. And then we had this like toy drum kit and I was learning guitar. I was like, wait, what if you do it on that little drum kit and I do it on guitar? And that's like kind of how we he didn't really know how to play drums. I didn't really know how to play guitar. So we both like he got an actual drum kit like 6 months later, and then it just we both learned from there.
Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome, actually. Um, so is he also into like old school hardcore and thrash stuff like that? I guess if he's in the band, but you know,
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't, wait, I was kind of zoned out. What's the question?
I was just wondering like if your bandmates are also like as into old school hardcore and thrash stuff like you are, or you know what I mean?
My ears skipped some of the questions. So he's into like bigger bands and he's into like beat down hardcore, which
Okay,
we're not really fan, but he's into like Pantera and Slipknot and like um he likes that band Kublai Khan from Texas.
okay,
And I mean I've tried to get him into like some he likes Municipal Waste because I got him into them, but like it's kind of it.
yeah, yeah, okay. I hear you. It kind of works anyway. Obviously, with those similar kind of influences, like and at least like Phil, there's a slight like hardcore influence on some Pantera stuff, I'd say, from
A little
Phil
bit,
at
yeah.
least. You know, yeah. How does songwriting work in your band?
So it's um so technically we're a three piece. We're like it's me, the drummer, and then our guitarist, but live, like her dad plays with us. Me and Jaden are the only ones that write stuff because I don't know, no one else really wants to. I guess. So we're just the songwriters. We'll just
Mhm.
have days where he'll just come over and we'll jam for like 2, 3 hours, make riffs, and then take a couple of those riffs, a couple of those drum beats, turn it into a song.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
And then we
That's
just
cool, man.
yeah, and then we just teach them to Janelle and her dad.
Uh, and you write the words?
Yeah. I just I mean I come up with a concept first. Like
Mm-mm.
I this new record that we recorded all the drums for, I don't even have like lyrics for it, but I have a good amount of the songs lyrics, but I just have like topics for every song. So yeah, we got Tied in the Tracks it's about being killed by a train. We got
Mhm.
Trapped 6 feet under. It's like about zombies and being like mauled by them, stuff
Nice.
like that.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, what about Steve? Why is he so stinky? What's that? Tell me more about that.
That's the guitarist of my dad's band, and I
Okay.
was playing them for a little bit. And on tour, he would just like fart, and
Nice.
I just said he farted. Weed too. Never mind. It's also because he smelled like weed, but
Oh, okay.
it's.
So he's stinky in a
it's
lot of different ways. It's a multifaceted kind of layers sort of
I mean,
song.
like jokingly, yes, but I feel like I don't know. He doesn't fart like as much as he smokes weed, but
All right, so Stinky Steve. Okay, that works. What was it like the recording process for your Erased from Existence record? Did you do that live or did you get drums first and go from there kind of thing or?
so what we did is we recorded everything but the drums at my house. Um, I recorded like scratch tracks, then we did drums to that at this like local basement studio in our town.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, we just busted those all out, and then just I did the rest of the stuff over like a couple weeks. I mean, our guitarist like she records, and then our bassist at the time, I recorded the bass for him because he just like was not good enough, except
Mhm.
for our song "Our Bass Player Sucks." We had him record on. So if you listen
Nice.
closely, like really bad on that one.
Yeah.
Um,
So, yeah, you got to do
he
what you
came
got to do.
he came up with that song idea because like I mean he doesn't really play bass like it's like Sid Vicious.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Just
that's cool. Yeah,
a guy in my dad's band like mixed and mastered it for free. So
that's
very
good.
nice.
Yeah, it's good to have people like that on your side for sure, man. Um,
This time doing the same thing, but like our the dude that recorded the drums, he's mixing and mastering it for
okay,
our
so
LP.
you said you're actually recording a new record like right now.
Yeah, I was just recording the guitar like 10 minutes ago.
Oh wow.
Um
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
it's 8 songs. It was gonna be nine, and we had like a little intro track that was like 30 seconds, but we just cut it because I don't know. Just don't think it's that good.
Mhm. Okay.
So
Yeah, no, that's cool. Um, all right. So when do you hope to have that one out? Is it going to be on vinyl or what's the story?
we're gonna try to do yeah, we're gonna try to do vinyl, CDs, cassettes, all that. Um So with the erased EP, we had like one-sided 12 inches,
Hmm.
and they like um we got them like pressed
Nice.
right like we ordered them like right after the album came out, and it took like an extra 2-3 months
Yeah.
for the records to arrive. So I think what we're gonna do this time, we're gonna like once everything's done and mixed and mastered, we're just gonna, like get everything pressed and then release it because I want to have like everything out when it's released.
Yeah, no, that's a good plan. Definitely. Yeah, cool. Do you have any idea when that might be? Do you have a projection or you just kind of
That part, my bad. Um, Hopefully October, November. I mean,
okay.
it should be this year, but like, I mean, I'm hoping to finish the recording by like August. I think it's doable. I mean, that's a month.
Hmm. Yeah, cool. Can you reveal a title or is that still a secret or do you even know?
Oh, of the record, yeah. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
called Death Machine.
That's what
I said,
you cut out for a second. Can you say it
oh,
again?
Death Machine. So it's like killer robot. Like in a way, it's kind of um like anti AI, I guess you could say, because like
Hmm.
robots take over the world and all that.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like, yeah, it's just I don't know about robots like murdering everybody and being not being able to survive, and they're all taking over everything.
Nice. That's cool. Cool. I'll look forward to that one for sure, man. So how's I saw that you have a goal to play all 50 states
Form 18.
before you're 18, not just okay. How
I
far
mean,
along are you?
we're about. I mean, technically halfway, but not really. Since we're on the East Coast, it's way easier to play like all these states other than the West Coast. But we're at 26, I
Hmm,
believe. I mean, I have
okay.
4 years. I'm 18. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's a decent chance I'll be able to do it, but if not, it's still like one of my goals to build all 50.
Yeah. Now, have you been to
We're
Hawaii? I know you're planning. I know you're going to Alaska soon.
not Hawaii yet. Hopefully, like next year would be sick. It just plane tickets there are so expensive. Maybe if we find like a deal, something we like we
Yeah.
could get a show there. Steve knows people there.
Uh,
Um, um, because he goes there like all the time.
uh,
Sports and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll try to do it eventually. But that's we're sticking with Alaska for now. That's in
yeah.
September. That's we're excited for that.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's awesome, man, for sure. I saw that the shirts look really cool too. Um,
Thank you.
yeah. So yeah, let me see here. I already asked you these ones. Tell me about your death metal band, Farm Machinery. What's the story there?
All right, so I've wanted to do like a dumb death metal slash like slam project for a while.
Uh-huh.
And are you familiar with the festival Camp Pennsylvania?
Yeah, of course. That's actually I live in Pennsylvania now, and that's pretty close by where I live. So yeah,
We
definitely.
were just there.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. How was it?
It was great. Um, I mean, yeah, there were a bunch of sick bands. We sold merch there. It's cool.
Oh wait, you played
Um,
again this year? I thought you played last year, right?
Played last year, and we um So we get in for free and get like a free vendor table because my mom makes stickers for them.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Did you
Yeah, so
catch?
we just like sold Kids in the Pit merch, and we decided to sell World of Chaos merch too because I mean,
Why not?
yeah, might
Yeah,
as well.
that's
At
awesome,
those
man.
fair at those fairgrounds, there's a road called Farm Machinery Road, and I was like, that's the perfect name. Like, let's make death metal about people getting killed by cows and chickens and
Nice,
tractors.
nice.
Um, yeah, it's me and the drummer from World of Chaos.
Mhm.
Then our guitarist's like boyfriend, he plays bass, and he's like actually kind of like I not
Farmer.
redneck, but like kind of country. Like his grandparents own a farm, and he like has like a pickup truck.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it's like he is familiar with farm machinery,
Uh-huh.
so he came up with a lot of the ideas and titles and stuff like that.
Hmm. That's cool. Have
Yeah,
you guys played a show with both bands?
yeah. So we've done I think almost 10 shows with farm machinery,
Uh-huh.
and then it's done like 80. So
Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Going back
doing
to Pennsylvania there, did you catch Body Count?
oh no, we had okay. So farm machinery had a show
Hmm.
on Sunday, so we had to leave early.
Mm. Okay. Well, that's a good reason there, I would say for
I
sure.
really
Yeah.
wish we could see body count, but
Yeah.
I mean, just miss a show.
Yeah. No, I would, yeah, I hear you. I would make the same decision, but I definitely was hoping I wanted to catch them myself, but I just don't I can't camp and I can't do that, man. You know what I
Um,
mean? But
yeah. But speaking of farm machinery, we are doing like a 3-day weekend run
oh,
in New England. It's called Farming Up North,
okay.
uh, with an apostrophe, farming, not farming.
Has to be. Yeah,
In
okay.
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Maine. Just 3 days. It'll be fun.
Hmm. That's cool. There's like a scene in Maine?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Um, this this dude, I think his name is like Northern Hell Cult. He's like, um, he's helping us out with it, and like he books a bunch of shows in Maine, and we're on it. It's like I think the show we're playing in Maine is technically a fest.
Hmm.
It's like a smaller like fest, but there's like 8 bands maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. There's a fine line between a huge bill and a fest, I always say. You know what I mean? Like a too many bands or and a fest.
It's called a fest.
Yeah.
It's called No Guts Masters. It's just they called it that, so
Okay.
I'm rolling with it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, man. I hear you. I hear you. That's awesome. When's that?
That's I believe I might not have the exact dates. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's July 23rd through 25th, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah, it's whatever Thursday, Friday, Saturday are that week.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you guys have a release out for those for that band?
Yeah, we have an EP called Blue Collar Death Metal. We got 4 tracks on there. Are you
Okay.
familiar with the band Sugabog? Are
What's that?
you familiar with the band Sugabog?
No.
Okay,
Can't say that I am.
so it's like death metal. They're newer. They're really good, but they're pretty hyped right now.
Oh.
Um, the singer did guest vocals on one of our songs called
Oh,
Shovel
cool.
Decapitation, and it is sick.
Nice. That's
If you,
awesome.
if you're into death metal, I highly recommend you check him out. It's like he doesn't really do like slam vocals, but it's like kind of similar to slam instrumentals. Like if you feel like Cannibal Corpse, I think it sounds like Cannibal Corpse.
Okay. See, I have to admit, like, I'm a little bit not so familiar even with what death metal, like what distinguishes it from like thrash metal. And like, I remember, I'm old enough to remember when Slayer came out, they were actually originally called death metal by Metal Blade
Really?
in the ads. Yeah, it was like death metal, whatever. And obviously Slayer isn't, they're thrash metal, but so I don't honestly even understand what death metal is, other than band. I know the bands and Obituary and stuff. I know those bands, but I don't really understand what makes death metal death metal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So how I would say it is okay. Um Modern death metal is like more generally low tuned. It has usually lower vocals,
Okay.
um ranges, but like no. I mean Cannibal Corpse is really fast. There's there's like faster death metal and then there's like slower death metal. I don't know. I feel like it more kind of matters. The vocals are like really low, but then again, there's like Obituary, which vocals are really high, but it's still death metal.
Yeah.
I
So
really
right.
don't
So
know.
I don't know. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, why isn't it just like thrash metal?
I don't know. I don't know. Sanguisugabogg definitely couldn't be considered thrash metal because they're more like slow.
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse could definitely be considered. Oh yeah, it's thrash metal that you can't skateboard to. Now you can skateboard.
Okay. What was the,
I
there's
don't.
one band that has like an Arnold Schwarzenegger like Terminator theme that's like a death metal band. It's like Austrian Death Machine or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
That's
about.
pretty cool. I remember hearing that a few times. That was pretty awesome actually.
Yeah. We our friend Alex, he works at like a shirt printing place. When we played Florida, we like me and we went took a tour of the like shirt factory because that's where we're getting our shirts made, and we picked
Oh,
them up from
nice.
there.
Uh,
And we're also like staying at his house. So my mom and our guitarist like drove back to his house from the factory, and then me and the drummer just went with him, and he put on Austrian Death Machine, and it was it was pretty sick.
it's cool. Yeah, I heard it at a bar. We used to, well, I lived in Brooklyn before I moved to Pennsylvania, and we used to hang out at this heavy metal bar called Lucky 13 Saloon, and it was just on one day, and like I just started noticing that it was like Arnold Schwarzenegger themed lyrics and singing and samples and stuff. I was like, this is pretty insane. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's technically death metal, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know.
I feel like it's like whatever the band calls themselves,
Yeah,
really.
right. Like I another thing I've never understood is psychobilly. I don't know if you've ever really heard that.
I've heard the genre name,
Yeah.
like
Like
I don't
what
even
makes the
know.
band psychobilly? Is it the stand-up bass? But people, if you ever heard the Cramps, people called the Cramps psychobilly, and they didn't even have a bass for a while. So I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so what I put in like the farm machinery like Instagram bio
Mm,
is Sing brutal farmer death, which
cool.
I know that's not a genre. That's just what I put on there.
No, I like it.
Um,
That's good. That's good.
Slamming brutal death is a genre, but I don't think slamming brutal farmer death is a genre
Well, it
till
is
now.
now. It is now. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
cool, man. That's awesome. Have you ever played Bar 13 in Wilmington there? You're in Delaware, I think, right? I think we already talked about that.
unfortunately not because it is 21 plus and it's like it's very strict in the state with 21 plus like venues.
Okay. I wasn't sure because my band has played there about 6 years ago, and so that's the only place I'm familiar with in Delaware. But yeah, I didn't know if they did any all ages or if your parents were with you, they'd let you play kind of thing or whatever. But
Unfortunately not. The state is super strict.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
ask you some questions about your band.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man.
I'll just get a bunch out here. So you're in a band called Chesty Malone and the Slice 'Em Ups, right?
Yes, yeah.
Assume guitar.
I play guitar.
All right. So what year did the band start and were you always in the band?
Yeah, well, it's funny. We started in 2006, so this is actually our 20th anniversary.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we moved to Pennsylvania, and it's hard to find people that are into this kind of music where we live. But otherwise, I'd like to commemorate our 20th anniversary. But I originally was not going to be in the band. I was writing songs for my wife, who's the singer, Jacqueline Blown Apart, and I was writing songs for her to audition other people to be in her band. And then eventually, the guy that was going to play guitar just he kind of insisted that I was in the band, even though I wasn't. And then so I was, and then we kicked him out, or he quit. I don't know, but yeah. So technically, I have always been in the band, even though I wasn't supposed to be.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
What genre would you say you guys are?
It's okay. I mean, torture rock, again, we coined our own term for our genre. I think the basis of our sound comes from old school hardcore punk and thrash and crossover mixed with a little bit of Crampsy kind of stuff. But yeah, we call it torture rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think any other torture rock bands out there,
I think
but
we coined the term.
uh,
We have our second album was called Torture Rock, and I kind of that's kind of what we do. But like I said, it's derived from old school hardcore, essentially. Throw in a little bit of Venom and Black Sabbath, and that's what kind of what we do.
yeah. Okay. And you have a podcast called Hardcore Conversation. What are
Yeah.
some of your favorites you've ever had?
Favorite guests? Well, like I said, I started this in May, and it's now the end of June. But I loved having Chris Stover from Void. You ever check out Void from
I don't
on
think
Discord
so. No.
Records? You should check that out. The Faith Void album's pretty legendary, old school hardcore album on Discord. Void, they were awesome band, and they did their thing in the '80s, and then they stopped. You know what I mean? Like they didn't keep going, and they're pretty unique. Actually, their guitar player Bubba is now in Sleep. If you're familiar with Sleep, the band.
I think isn't that the band with like the hour-long song?
Yeah, and that's with Matt Pike and stuff. But now it's Bubba from Void has taken over or whatever, replaced him. I don't really know, but yeah, that was awesome. I also just had Kira from Black Flag on there. Uh, Ron Rancid from Nihilistics. That was an awesome one. He's quite a character if you get a chance to check it out. But yeah, I'd appreciate anyone that wants to talk to me, including yourself, obviously. But yeah, those are some of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Uh, what was the first punk metal or hardcore show you went to, and how old were you?
Well, on near my 14th birthday, like 2 days before my 14th birthday in 1983, at CBGB's, I saw Necros, Urban Waste, and Reagan Youth. That was probably my first real show. My brother was in a band called Wasted Talent. He's a few years older than me, and they played like local shows, so I saw them. But my first real show was that one at CB's.
Yeah, my dad just said sick show.
Yeah, it was pretty insane, man. I was tagging my band on the wall outside with a marker. I had a band called Positive Hate, kind of a generic
That's cool.
hardcore band. Yeah, and Harley from the Cro-Mags tapped me on the shoulder and asked to borrow my marker when I was done. And I said, sure. And he wrote Cro-Mags, and Cro-Mags didn't exist yet. So that was pretty cool. He
Wow,
was in a band called the Stimulators, and I knew him from that. And he was like, this is going to be my new band. And so that was a pretty cool little memory from that show, too.
that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I
Um,
could have been to CBGB's before it became like a dumb clothing store.
yeah. I hate that, man. It is what it is. But Chesty Malone got to play there in 2006, right before it closed. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I couldn't even, when I still lived in New York City, I couldn't even look at it anymore when it was the clothing store, whenever I'd be
Yeah,
happening by the area.
so sad.
Yeah.
Um, we played the Bowery Electric back in December.
Oh, cool.
Um, yeah, that was great. But we went into there because it's like right next to it,
Hmm.
and I mean, they're obviously like the most posers like ever. Like if you look, they have guitars set up.
Yeah.
They're missing strings. They have a drum set, and the kick drum is like on top of the rack tom. Um,
Yeah, and you can
And
buy
then
some 500 pair of jeans if you or 1,000 even, if you really want to.
yeah, yeah, and then they have these like like it's like a necklace in the shape of a guitar pick, like rock and roll dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Like I literally couldn't even look at it if I happened by there. But I hear you. Wanting to go there is cool. I get that. But yeah,
We took
yeah,
some photos in there, and then yeah, I mean, we just walked out. It was just really sad to see,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, man. That's cool. You played down there though. Those are good shows from what I've heard.
yeah, I mean, it sucks they had to close, but I really wish I could have seen like even seen a show there, like so. 'Cause I think the last one like about when you guys played 2006.
Yeah, yeah. We played in like September. I can't remember. We played like a couple, like a month before they closed, and then we actually
Like,
went to the final hardcore matinee there. It was Harley's band played, Murphy's Law, I think played. I don't remember everybody, but yeah, we did get to see the final hardcore show there, and also saw the Dead Boys, obviously without Stiv, but the other four guys and the Nihilistics and Anti-Nowhere League. So they had a whole bunch of crazy, ridiculous shows. They were calling it Save CBGBs for like a month before it closed. They were never gonna save it. They were just getting a bunch of money. You know what I mean? But yeah, they had some pretty sick shows before it closed.
so why like could they just not afford it, or they just didn't want to keep doing it?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like it apparently Hilly, the guy that owned it, was in the rear for rent for months. I don't know, maybe even years, hadn't paid rent and stuff like that. And he could have apparently bought the building at certain points throughout time and just never did, and eventually racked up a whole bunch of debt. And yeah, I don't know the whole story. Everybody has versions of what really happened, but I don't know. And they're doing the CBGB Fest now, which I guess is cool. You
Oh
know.
yeah, it's for that bridge, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's coming up in September again. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah,
wanted to go last year. We had something though. I don't remember what.
yeah. I remember the last year. Yeah, the first last year was a pretty good lineup. I don't know. I don't know who's playing this year, but
Fear play last year?
what's that?
Like, didn't Fear play last year?
Yeah, I think so. And I think Cro-Mags played, and
August.
yeah,
Like Iggy Pop played or something, right?
yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. So there was some pretty cool stuff, but I don't even know who's playing this year. But I'm sure it's good. But
Yeah. All right, where's your favorite place you've ever played a show?
oh boy, well, we used to really enjoy playing Lucky 13, that place I told you about a minute ago in Brooklyn. That was a pretty awesome place. They're still there. If if you ever want to get to Brooklyn, let me know. I can hook you up with them. But they call themselves a metal bar, but they're also punk. Shout out to Jeff and Melody there if you're watching. But yeah, that's a great place. I really enjoyed playing there. We used to play
Well,
there.
they let like bands that are like kids play.
They used to. I don't. Yeah, I would. I think I could at least talk to them for you if you ever wanted me to. But yeah,
Yeah.
they used to for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bar, so yeah, not like on any kind of regular kind of basis, but there were definitely they had some all ages shows once in a while there. I'm not sure what they if they do anymore or not. And they're actually opening one in Florida by Tampa, I think, soon too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I believe we almost saw MOD there, right?
Oh yeah, they played there recently or whatever in the last year or two or something.
I
Yeah.
think same day we were in New York City. When we played the Bowery, it was like December 14th or something like that.
Uh-huh. That's cool. Yeah. I saw Billy Milano posted that he's kind of not doing anything anymore for the time being, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Well, The Shining, Conan the Barbarian, the original with Arnold, Exorcist. Those are some of my favorites. You ever seen the original Shining?
Not yet. For some reason, I don't know why I haven't yet.
Yeah, you
but
should check it out if your mom will let you.
definitely, I've seen way worse.
That's
I've
cool.
seen my favorite movie is Evil Dead 2.
Nice. That's cool. What was did you check the that TV series they had a few years ago?
No,
Ash versus Evil Dead.
no, I saw Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, and Evil Dead Rise.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was a good one too. But
Oh,
if you have like streaming services, check out Ash versus Evil Dead series. That was pretty good. There's two or
oh,
three seasons of that. It was really funny. It was
cool.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, today I got to see a movie from 1987 in theater, Spaceballs, to celebrate Mel Brooks' 100th birthday.
I saw he turned 100. That's cool, man. Nice. I saw they're also doing a sequel to that movie. So that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
only when he was 99, so
Uh,
insane.
yeah, I know. That's crazy. Did you ever check out his son's book, The World War Z?
Oh,
Is it Max, I think is his son's name? The book, World War Z, is really good. The movie was terrible with Brad Pitt. Don't even check out the movie. But the book, if you read books, Max Brooks, that's his
I,
name. Yeah.
I like I try to read books, but I always forget, and also like whenever I read books, like I don't remember anything I read. Like I try to sometimes,
Hmm.
but like I'll read like 10 pages and I can name like one detail of what happened. But
Okay.
for some reason, my brain like hyper focuses on one thing. I don't know
Uh-huh.
why.
All right.
Really weird.
Yeah, all right. Well, unfortunately, the movie sucks. I would not recommend that movie at all. But
Audio audiobooks, or I can just sit
yeah,
down and
there
read
is an
it.
audiobook for, I think Henry Rollins is on it actually on the audiobook from what I remember.
That's
If you
cool.
get a chance to check that out, that I recommend that for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um, if you could tell your 14-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
Hmm. What would I tell my 14-year-old self? Well, like I told you, on my 14-year-old 14th birthday, I was going to a hardcore show. Uh, well, a couple days before it, but I don't know, man. I tell him to just keep doing it and don't worry about it. It'll work out in the end. That's what I would tell him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um, so those are all the questions I have.
Cool.
If you have more, you can ask them, and if not, we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
have
all
more?
I had too, man. It was really cool to talk to you. And your band
Yeah,
is
you.
awesome and all that stuff, man. Um, so awesome. Cool. Yeah. All
Yep.
right, man. Well,
Cool. All right. Well,
I'm gonna send the file to your mom and I'll talk to you soon, man. Have a good
yeah,
one.
cool. All
See ya.
right. Thanks to Anthony for joining me today, and thanks to all you for watching and listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Until next week, bye.
See ya.